Happy Thursday, everybody, and thanks for taking a few minutes with me to reflect on some thoughts that I've been having over the last couple of weeks. I shared with our Sunday night Let's Talk About It group that it kind of reminds me of that movie, The Field of Dreams, where the voice kept saying, "Build it and they will come." While I haven't been having voices outside of my head or in my head speaking to me, I have been taking this one phrase and it just keeps coming up over and over. And it is don't waste the wait. Don't, W-A-S-T-E, the wait, W-A-I-T. And I keep thinking that over and over, and I'm like, what does that mean? And one of the first things that came to mind was one of my favorite Bible verses out of Isaiah chapter 40, verse 31. And if you know it, feel free to say it along with me. But they that wait upon the Lord shall renew their strength. They shall mount up with wings as eagles. They shall run and not be weary, and they shall walk and not faint. Last week, we talked about the fruit of the Spirit of patience. And as I've reflected on waiting and don't waste the wait, I've come to the conclusion that it's never easy, but it often produces good things when we wait. And hands down, if we wait with and on the Lord, we will be sustained and not be alone. This time of quarantine has definitely left many of us looking for that which could sustain us during this waiting period. And I just want to remind you, if you're struggling with the waiting, you're not alone. Let's be honest, most of us are anxiously waiting, not like that kind of Christmas anticipation, but the kind that brings anxiety in subtle ways that depletes us. Maybe you're feeling more tired now than usual, even though your level of activity and what you're doing every day is a lot less. Maybe you're not sleeping really well, or maybe you're sleeping too much. Some of you may be channeling a lot of energy into hobbies and doing things around the house, and others may be finding that you don't have energy, motivation, or even the ability to concentrate on doing much of anything. There are many among us that have underlying health issues and mental health issues that are being stirred up as a result of this oppressive waiting period. So how do we focus and not waste the wait? And how do we mount up with wings like eagle? How do we renew our strength and not be weary and walk and not faint? So here are a few suggestions, and part of why I'm coming to you from one of my favorite rooms in my house, my music room. And as much as I'd love to do a sing-along right now, just like Steve did last night for church, and I hope you'll join him again next Wednesday night, I'm just here because this is a place where it's real centering for me. I can really sit and find calm and relaxation. Because one of my suggestions first in enduring the wait is to make sure you're adding enough music in your life. Many of you might want to make a pandemic playlist. I know I have, and it consists of music that sometimes I find just I need to be calmed and relaxed, and so it's quiet and reflective. Other times I want music that's going to pump me up and help me to get some things done. And sometimes I may even want music that evokes emotions so that I can just really lean in to all that's being stirred up and to be intentional about looking at feelings. Another key thing that I believe is important in not wasting the wait is being intentional about looking at what gives your life value, purpose, and meaning. I have found that that's one of the greatest things that people seek in life, and certainly it's something that sets us apart from all the other animals. We really want to have value, purpose, and meaning in our lives. So don't waste the wait. I encourage you to take some time to reflect, time to prioritize, organize your thoughts, and take an honest inventory. Maybe there's a hobby or interest that you've let go and that used to really give you a lot of joy and value. How about remind yourself, and if you're kind of fresh out of brainstorm ideas, call a good friend or a family member and maybe ask them what they see as they reflect on you of what seems to really make you feel plugged in and feel purposeful. Because as we are deprived of our regular life events, it really can serve to make us feel even more, not just tired, but like our lives don't have an incredible amount of value or purpose or meaning. But I hope as you'll take the time to reflect that you'll find, just as I have found as I think of each of you, that you're important. And taking some time this week, our fruit of the Spirit is on kindness. So I'm just going to leave you with this thought, one of those great sayings I heard many times over the last number of years. In a world where you can be anything, be kind and don't waste the wait.